Hey everybody, welcome to Philosophy on the Couch. I'm your host Jordan.
I'm your host Ryan.
Christmas special this time.
Whoop. Jingle bell. No, we're not gonna sing.
No,
Okay.
I don't sing.
Yes, you do.
I do.
You do sing. You sing beautiful. You have the voice of an angel. An angel that I would put on top of a Christmas tree.
The angel of death, because
Wow.
people die when I sing because
Yikes.
it's that bad.
No, it's not. I've heard you sing. Ladies out there. Never
In
mind.
like-
He's married.
in
I'm
like
not gonna go there.
7th grade, you heard me sing
I don't remember 7th grade.
boys choir,
I was a cyborg.
but you turned human.
Yeah.
Technological advances.
That's right.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's been a good break. We're excited to be back at it again. We're really excited to look forward to season 2.
Season 2.
Yeah.
gonna be
Dropping
good.
January 4th.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That is right. Many
Yeah.
good things to come. I was going to say, I think we can tell them that there's definitely good things coming into season 2. And I know we've said that before.
Right.
One of them is going to be Patreon,
Yeah.
which you're probably like, wow, yeah, real good. We pay you money.
Yeah.
But it is because there's going to be more content, special episodes
Yeah.
for the Patreon members,
Yep.
which is going to be
Book club.
Book Club.
Philosophy on the Couch book club. Because honestly, I mean, philosophy, you gotta get into those books.
That's right.
We do have one in mind that we've chosen for our first season.
Yep.
It's going to be a good one. We want to tell you now before we get into season 2 because we want you to have time to order it, because the whole idea of the book club is you read it with us.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take X chapter or number of chapters in a week. We're going to read it together. We're going to get on and discuss it. And
Yeah.
we're going to do it together.
Yep. It's
So
gonna be
Jordan,
good.
tell them the book
The book is going to be 12 Rules for Life,
by
Jordan Peterson.
Right. It's going to be a good one. Jordan, you have it already. You paged through it a little bit, right?
Yep.
And
I think there's actually 12 chapters.
yes,
So it's perfect because our seasons, at least so far, have been 12 seasons.
episodes.
Or
Yeah.
12 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're excited. Definitely order that book. Jump
Yes.
in that with us. And it's not like it's going to break the bank. We're looking at $10 a month, right, Jordan?
Yep. We're going to start off with just one tier across the board because of some other stuff we have planned for season 2 that we're trying to get in the works, but you'll hear about that later.
Right.
But yeah, it's going to be $10 a month. And then I think I got the book for like $12 on Amazon.
Yeah.
So,
You got cheaper than I did. I got it 15. You got the sale. I did
Ooh.
not.
oh,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, we don't want you to break the bank, but we want you to if you have the opportunity, if you like the content that we're putting out and you enjoy the time you get to spend with us, we love to do it. And so that's just going to help us put out more content and keep on going.
Yep.
So Jordan, it's the holiday season.
That it is. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, let's start it off, really easy, simple. We're not going to get into touchy-feely kind of garbage yet,
Okay.
or at all. I don't know. I mean, we
Perfect.
are very touchy-feely,
Men,
emotional
manly men.
Yes, but no, I just want to know, out of all the like just cliche like favorite parts of Christmas, like the Santa, the Christmas lights, what is it? What's your like, oh yeah, I love that every year.
Definitely lights.
Yeah.
No doubt. There's a place in town that has a light thing that you go in the park.
The North Pole, right?
Is that what they call it?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah. You
Which
you get-
doesn't make sense.
it's a
because-
drive-through light show,
Yeah.
and you tune into their radio station and
Mhm.
listen to their Christmas music. And
Yeah.
there's one in the next town over that apparently is super awesome, and
Yep.
it's free.
Yeah, that's just a light show. So you show up and you park in front of a house,
Oh, really?
and they put up like this crazy light display every year.
Okay.
And the same thing, tune into a certain radio station, and
Yeah.
you just sit and watch it as long as you want to.
I heard that one is all synchronized.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah. I haven't been there this year.
Trigger warning.
If you believe in Santa,
Plug your ears.
Jordan, is Santa real?
No,
Oh, that was hard for you to say, wasn't it?
it was. It hurts. It hurts.
All right. So you don't, Jordan.
No, I don't.
When did you find out? How was that? What was that process like for you?
I don't really remember there being like a moment in particular where I was like, oh, Santa's definitely not real. And I just realized it.
Sure.
I remember my grandfather dressing up as Santa, coming to the house and, giving us some gifts and whatnot. And I was like, I'm pretty sure
Sure.
you're my grandpa.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was still like young enough to where when he was like, oh, no, that's not me.
Right.
I was like, well, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. So I fall in the common category of not believing that Santa is real.
Okay.
And I think that's just, that's I would assume that's the vast majority of where our listeners lie. That being said, I just want to push back a little bit.
Okay.
Because sometimes I wonder, when we are creating these things in our minds,
Mm-hmm.
there's some element of it that is real based off of it existing, even if it's purely in our minds.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
So Santa is real in the fact that Santa is this supposed person that we talk about. So in that small respect, sure. But as a real person, no. Except for, I'd jump on board, with the historical context of Saint Nicholas.
I was gonna say it's based off of like a real person, right?
Right.
Loosely.
Right.
Someone should look that up for us.
Yeah, we actually have a book at home that we read with the kids every year.
Oh yeah.
Which, that's another whole topic that would be interesting to hear from some people on. So shoot us an email. Yeah, I'm getting there. There. So if you want to reply to this, we want to hear it. Shoot us an email at philosophyotc@gmail.com or hit us up on Twitter, Insta, whatever you want to do. Pick a fight with us. Choose a side. Better be mine. But really what I'm looking for here is a discussion on what do you tell your kids about Santa? Like, do you tell them just blatant truth? Do you let them find out on their own? Do you play into it because it's fun and it's, it's a cool Christmas tradition? What do you do? All of our couch potatoes out there, let us know what you think. I have my own opinion. Jordan, do you have an opinion on this? Or you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
My kids believe in Santa.
Sure.
It's crazy because they came home from school one day and one of the kids at school told them that Santa doesn't exist.
Huh.
And I said, oh, well, what does she know? She's 4.
Sure.
It's crazy though.
Whose kid? Whose kid would do something like that?
I don't know, but I'm sure it's the parents' fault.
It could very well be the parents' fault. I mean, I could see how that could happen.
Yeah.
And part of me just thinks that, the kid was just trying to share the truth.
Well, that's a possibility. That's a possibility.
If you haven't picked up on it, that was my kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because we definitely fall in 2 different camps on this, which is fine. I think it's good. I think that there's a wide range of how you want to handle Santa.
Yeah.
I grew up, we did Santa all the time. Like made him cookies and my dad ate the cookies at night. And
Liz grew up with Santa too, right?
Yeah. Yep. Liz did as well.
It's odd. Well, not odd, but it's like surprising that you're like, nah, we're just not doing Santa.
It is. Yeah.
Because you did. So.
Yeah. Well, and here's the problem that came down for me is we had talked about it and we kind of leaned towards, not pushing it. It was cool, whatever they wanted to do, as kids. But then Charlotte asked me directly.
Yeah.
Said, is Santa real? I was like, what am I supposed to do? I had this like...
You lie to your child.
No, that was like, I had this instant crisis of, do I lie to my kid or not?
Crisis over Santa.
No, it wasn't over Santa. It was, do I lie to my kid or do I not? And And I opted on just saying, no, I'm sorry. He's not. But we can still have tons of fun with Santa, and we don't tell other kids. We let them find out on their own.
That lesson didn't stick.
That
Ryan.
didn't stick. No. I'm gonna guess there's some people listening that think I am the
just the worst
murderer of joy.
Yeah.
That I don't have a Christmas spirit. And I would say I probably don't have a Christmas spirit in what feels like the traditional Christmas spirit sense.
Sure.
I do like the lights and I like the Christmas music and stuff, but man, I'm just
it's just a Grinch.
Not all about a little
just
bit of a Grinch, but I will tell you that we celebrated the Grinch just about as much as we did Santa when I was growing up. So
okay,
the Grinch, yeah, cool guy, turns his life around.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a great story
of redemption.
Yeah,
really,
he learns what Christmas is about, and his heart grew 3 sizes that day.
That it did.
But that gets me on another topic with the Grinch.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your heart growing 3 sizes. That would probably be really dangerous, actually.
I actually did have that happen.
An enlarged heart?
Well, figuratively, it grew 3 sizes. And
I thought you meant
Jordan,
literally.
I just want to tell you. I was
talking literally.
I want to tell you what happened.
Okay.
I want to tell you what happened. And this is, you consider this a Christmas miracle, even though it wasn't at Christmas.
Okay.
So here I was in high school. And Jordan, I was practicing for a musical.
Perfect.
And I had a dance partner.
Yeah.
And I was picking it up fine. And the 2 people next to us, there was this girl and her partner just wasn't picking it up. And so she couldn't learn her dance.
That's rough.
It was West Side Story, if anyone's wondering.
Okay. We weren't, but
Jordan, I switched partners to help teach this girl the dance moves for the Mamba.
Yeah.
And we locked eyes and blue eyes and I knew, because my heart grew 3 sizes that day.
Wow.
And if anyone's wondering, that was Liz.
Wow.
But way back when, that was my current wife at the time.
Current wife.
Well, yes, thanks, Jordan. Current wife, only wife, but yeah, it was Liz, and ever since then, I've had an enlarged heart. I've gone to the doctor a few times for it. No, I'm kidding.
But back to Santa.
The Grinch dresses up like Santa.
Yeah, but he's an imposter. So how about this? Yeah,
he's actually the realest, little Christmassy. Dr. Seuss-y thing out there.
Yeah. Yep.
He's more real than a stop motion Santa Claus and Rudolph.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's fine. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Because you said 2 movies so far, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. Okay, it's a tough call. I wanted to go with the Grinch just because the Grinch.
You can. That's fine. Which one? The original.
The original. Well, that's the other thing. Somebody talked about. I heard somebody say the other day they were watching the original.
And was it Jim Carrey?
Yeah, and I was like, no way.
That's not the original.
No way. Come on.
It's a classic now.
I'm judging everyone who says that's the original.
It's a classic.
Grinch movies.
Not an original.
Sure, it's a classic that belongs in the trash. Sucked.
What?
It's a terrible movie.
No,
Horrible.
I disagree.
You can disagree, but you're wrong.
No.
You know nothing about the Grinch. He was the worst Grinch. The Grinch doesn't eat trash. Just because the Grinch is just a terrible being doesn't mean that they have a dump for a home.
He doesn't. He lives in the mountain.
Yeah, it's a dump, though. It's horrible.
So what?
Yeah, it's not the Grinch. The Grinch is a class act.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I liked it.
Yeah. I guess you're entitled to. If I was a billionaire, I'd buy up every copy in the world and destroy it. Ruined the Grinch.
Great use for resources.
Yeah, well, it feels Grinchy to me, so I'm gonna go with it.
Okay.
Anyways,
So you're picking the Grinch.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go over to you for your favorite movie, and I'll keep thinking about mine. I might not come up with one. We'll see.
And you'll just stick with the Grinch because
Maybe
it is.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, mine's gonna be Die Hard.
How's that a Christmas movie?
It is a Christmas movie. It takes,
How?
the reason he goes to visit his wife is because it's Christmas.
Okay.
It's a Christmas party.
Okay. I mean, I'll take that.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Fine.
If you don't think it is, y'all are wrong.
Yeah, I want
Write
to
into
hear
me.
about it. Who says it's a Christmas movie?
It is.
Maybe.
It is a Christmas movie. The best Christmas movie.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to say that I probably have never taken the time to actually fully watch it.
Wow.
So,
Unbelievable.
yeah, well, I mean, you've got people who think Christmas is Die Hard, and you've got people who think that Christmas should just be about the Grinch.
Have you seen... Sorry. Speaking of Christmas movies,
Mm-hmm.
have you seen any of like the classics, like Miracle on 34th Street?
I have. That's a good one.
What's the
It's
other? What are
really
the other?
boring, but it's good.
Super dry.
wait. Yeah, there's that one. A Wonderful Life.
Yes.
Yeah,
that was
that's the
other
one I was thinking of, actually.
Okay.
That's super boring, but it's great.
Okay. Well, I probably won't watch it.
You should.
All right.
Yeah.
Christmas song. Favorite Christmas song.
Oh, when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
it was definitely the Looney Tunes or Disney, whatever it was. The
Mhm.
I'm getting nothing for Christmas. Mommy and Daddy are mad. You remember that one?
No.
I'm getting nothing for Christmas because I ain't been nothing but bad.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, it's a good one. I can't believe you haven't heard it.
Nope.
Look it up.
I will
'Kay.
later.
I've always more sentimental value to it.
Uh-huh.
Every Christmas Eve, at church, my grandpa would sing "Oh Holy Night,"
Yep.
so that's a solid one for me.
Yep. You know, I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, many years he sang it.
I think it was every year.
Yeah, I don't know when he started though,
Sure.
but
Every year that I can remember.
sure. Another one I think that's a good one is "Christmas and Me Are Through." Most people haven't heard that one, but it's a
No.
fun one.
Sounds pretty grinchy to me.
Christmas and me are through.
Yep. Sounds pretty grinchy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
How about you?
I
I did 3 categories. I did like classic, traditional, and one that most people wouldn't have heard. So give me those 3.
Classic Jingle Bells, but in a minor key. 'Cause it sounds
Ooh.
like Russian kids singing it. If you listen to the kid,
I'm gonna have to
Singing.
listen to that.
yeah, it's great.
Huh.
So yeah, Jingle Bells in a minor key, and then O Come, O Come, Emmanuel.
Yep, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Solid.
yeah, and then one that people haven't heard of. I don't know, dude. I don't listen to a lot of Christmas music, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but you gotta find something that's unique. Most people haven't listened to it. I mean, otherwise, Jordan, we're just gonna think you're just some
Can I-
standard
Yeah,
guy who.
I mean, I'm sure they've got like millions of views on their video on YouTube, and it's just a cover of a song. But can I pick that?
What? Which one?
Small Town Titans, Mr. Grinch.
Sure.
Okay,
Sure.
I'll go with that. Pretty good.
You know what I don't like?
What's that?
I'm just gonna get on a soapbox here again.
Wow.
What I don't like is when we take songs that were not a Christmas song and we turn them into a Christmas song.
Like what?
Hallelujah. Whatever
don't-
that
yeah,
one is.
I don't think
Not a
that's a-
Christmas song.
I don't
they
think
turned
most
it into
people
one.
think that is.
Yeah, but some people have turned it into a Christmas song.
Who?
I don't know. There's been a couple of videos on YouTube that have all kinds of views that I've seen that it's like, no, not going to work for me.
I don't think that's a Christmas song for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it is either. That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
I don't-
Is people turn it into that stuff.
Show me who you think turned it into a Christmas song.
Well, because they changed some of the lyrics too. to
I
fit.
see. I don't like that either.
I know. That's what I'm complaining about. But
Yeah. Come up with your own song.
we
Make your
need
own
some
melody.
we need some new Christmas songs that are gonna last like the classics, to be honest.
Give us a new classic.
Yes. Why hasn't Bublé gotten on that?
Right?
He probably has, but yeah. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing when you get into Christmas and the holidays.
Yeah.
When is it okay to start playing or listening to that music?
After Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving
Yep.
instead of
first day
you're not
after.
okay with on Thanksgiving?
No. You should be
So-
celebrating Thanksgiving on Thanksgiving, not Christmas.
When does Thanksgiving end?
That night. Like,
Trick question. It never ends. You should always give thanks, Jordan. Wow. Shallow. That's what you are. Yeah, I used to be really strict on you didn't play Christmas music until after Thanksgiving.
yeah.
No, I'm not necessarily fully opposed to it because I look at it as there's Christmas music and there's holiday music.
Mm-hmm.
And holiday music is always played during Christmas, but it can be played other times.
Okay.
So what's that one? It's like Happy Holidays, Happy Holidays, Happy Holidays. That one? That one could be anytime.
Sure. Auld Lang Syne. That's like I feel like that's mainly Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah, I was thinking New Year's with that.
See, that's what
I
I
don't
said too,
know.
but my friend said that was his favorite Christmas song,
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
which is a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one, but I wouldn't have thought of it as Christmassy.
Yeah.
Really. Post Christmas is what I would say.
Yeah. New Year's was what I
Yeah.
thought, but
But yeah, I'm not as strict on it anymore.
okay.
I'm not real legalistic on it.
Did you start listening to Christmas music pre-Thanksgiving this year?
No. What I do is I put on a Frank Sinatra playlist
Oh,
because it gives you the vibe of the holidays,
sure.
but not necessarily holiday music. And then there might be an occasional song that I would put on that is definitely holiday oriented and
Yeah.
not like strict Christmas music.
I want to go back to movies for a second because I just thought of another one because you
Okay.
were talking about Frank Sinatra, and then I was thinking
Mm.
of who's the other? Bing Crosby.
Yep.
Which made me think of a quote from a movie
Okay.
for a tradition that we have, which is Christmas Vacation.
Sure.
Solid movie.
Sure.
Like probably beats out Die Hard, honestly.
Really? So you're
Yeah.
switching it up.
Well, yeah, because I genuinely watch Christmas Vacation at least once a year, whereas I don't always watch Die Hard every year.
Right. Right. I think that's a pretty good case made that you've switched to your favorite.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Christmas Vacation.
Does anybody remember that movie that had, what was his name?
Chevy Chase.
Nope.
Oh,
The Jonathan Taylor Thomas in it. It was a Christmas one where he tries to get home. Don't remember that one?
nope.
I
Got
remember
nothing.
that one vaguely. That
Tries to get home.
Came-
That's pretty vague.
he tries to get home from college or something like that.
Oh, so he's older.
And then somebody glued a Santa suit on him as a prank. And then was his girlfriend, because his girlfriend wanted him to go home
sure.
with her or something.
Oh, with her.
And meet the family.
It's just like she's at school still. She's like, go home.
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember the details, but I think it was what's JT's wife's name? Jessica. I don't know. You're quizzing me on all
Biel.
Biel, yeah. I think she was the girlfriend in that one.
Ah,
I think. I can't remember.
interesting. I got nothing, man.
Okay. But that I always considered that as a like pretty typical Christmas movie that seemed classic-y.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Santa Claus with Tim Allen?
Since
Since we're talking tool time, well, Home Improvement.
Yeah, that's probably I would consider that classic.
Totally a classic.
Yeah.
Which is your favorite out of the three? 1, 2, or 3?
Oh, the first one's always better.
Okay.
I feel like.
I think for me it would be 1, 3, 2.
I I don't remember them that well, but I would probably agree just based on the nature of when there's a series of movies,
Yeah,
the second one is never as good as the one before it
Sure.
or the one after it.
that's fair.
They almost have to, they just play off the first one for the second one, and then they figure out, oh, well, maybe we should try harder and reinvent this movie a
we
little
need
bit
to
for the
actually
third
do
one.
something
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Fair.
yeah, with movie, we talked about movies, talked about songs. One more thing that I have for you, Jordan, is there any like Christmassy books that you always read every year with your kids?
Not really.
Okay.
Like we do have some like. Oh man, yeah, we do. I can't remember what they're called though. I can't remember what it is, but it's like I can't remember. My mother-in-law
Sure.
got it
Sure.
for us. It's like very like Scandinavian like drawing like
Okay.
style. I can't remember the name of it now or who illustrated or wrote it. So
Sure.
terrible terrible description.
That's
But-
fine.
Yeah.
So you do have something, and we've
Yeah.
kind of, I mean, we have a pile of Christmas books, and
Mhm.
we try to do that St. Nicholas one. Make
Mhm.
sure we pull that out.
Sure.
And then obviously like we do this. So we have this, it's similar to like Elf on the Shelf, but it's a star that you hide
Okay.
in the Wise Men. You get to
Oh,
move those every day.
Nice.
Kind of a thing. So
Sure.
like you basically work through like the book of Luke,
Okay.
kind of, or certain, the Christmas story
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there is what you would work through. So,
Interesting.
yeah, we do that.
Nice.
Nothing too crazy, but there is one that I think that maybe we as adults should probably, for sure we need to read it or maybe even listen to it this year and probably every year after that. I mean, I think it could be a tradition.
Yeah, The Night Before Christmas.
No, something better.
It is.
It's gonna be a classic, obviously.
Instant classic.
Yeah. And we don't have a title.
Yeah.
We didn't name them. We didn't give a title to the book. But here's what we're gonna do. Our issue here is gonna be your gain. So basically, let's take a step back. We wrote a Christmas story.
Yes.
And before Jordan gets into how this came about, I just want to say it was fun. And I think that you guys should email into us a title for this.
yeah.
And we'll pick the best one
Yeah.
and we will run with that. And it'll be good.
Yeah.
So
We'll shout out the winner and title the book in season 2, episode 1.
yeah. So Jordan, talk to me. Tell us all how this came about and all the weird little rules that went along with writing this
Yeah.
Christmas story.
We wanted to do another story, like the Halloween special.
Mhm.
We did the story and we got some pretty good feedback, I think. So we were like, we should do one for Christmas, you know? But let's
feel good one.
Yeah, sort of. But then also, how can we make it different so we're not just doing the same thing?
Right.
Because, I feel like, we don't want a trilogy number 2, right?
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
Where you're just like, let's just rehash the same thing.
Right.
Because that's boring.
Mhm.
So one thing we did was we wrote paragraphs back and forth.
yes.
So, and we did not coordinate at all how the story went.
No,
So,
it just unfolded
as we wrote.
randomly,
And that probably will show.
chaotically.
So another thing with this, when we wrote them back and forth, we both had the same idea. We'll read each other's.
Right.
So when I'm talking or reading, it's what Ryan wrote.
Yeah, when I'm reading, it's what Jordan wrote, and so do not hold me liable to anything that he wrote. I don't think there's anything bad, but
Likewise.
Yeah.
And then also shout out to Christina in Texas.
Yeah. Let's just say she was instrumental
Yeah.
in helping set the stage
Yeah.
for this book,
Yeah.
this story.
Absolutely.
And so basically, she was one of our listeners who reached out about some other subject. And we're like, hey, you know what? You want to help us with this little project we've got going on?
And we didn't give her any details either. We're like, hey, give us, this or give us that. Like, give us just a random
or whatever.
Random answer.
Yeah. Yep.
And
so we had probably a dozen, close 8 to 10 different
like
random things that she then wrote back with answers to those. And we had to somehow fit all of those things into this story.
Yep.
And they were pretty random.
Yeah.
You might be able to pick some of them out.
Yep.
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if you could.
Yeah. Write in with as many. Hold on. Let me see. I'll count real quick. Stand by.
Yeah. And so it's something where it was funny because she good sport, just answered right away. And she's like, is this a Mad Lib? And we're like, well, I mean, kind of, but better.
Yeah. So there's 11 things.
11 things. And sorry, Christina, you can't play the game. But because you know the 11 things, you have them written down
in your email.
So, but other listeners, first person that emails back to us and has all 11 things correct, we'll send you something good.
Should we? Because you got to get all 11.
You got to get all 11.
Because
it'll show us how dedicated you are as a listener. So,
yep.
But it should be good. It was fun, and we hope you enjoy.
Yeah.
An Unnamed Christmas Story, written by
Ryan Wright
and Jordan Walls.
It was a Christmas to remember. Peregrine knew that much. How could it not be? It was the first time in his life that he'd seen a foot of snow dumped on his hometown of Seguin, Texas. Maybe it was the first time ever. He didn't know. He wasn't a historian or a weather guy or like that interested in that kind of stuff. But he was interested in Christmas and the holiday season in general. And all that snow was making a magical time of year super duper magical, which, if you know anything about magic, that's like top of the line magical. I gotta get out in this magical stuff, he said to himself. So Peregrine bundled up and walked out the door.
Outside his beachside condo was chaos. Beautiful, no doubt, but chaos. The normal hum of the streets had been replaced with cars revving their engines in futile efforts to remove themselves from snowdrifts. Laughing, Peregrine trudged down the sidewalk towards his favorite store in Seguin, Carl's Cloak Cash. He knew it was strange to be so enamored with such an outdated piece of outerwear, but he couldn't help it, and with this freak snowstorm, he had the perfect excuse to purchase the next cloak for his collection.
What was the cloak exactly? A coat? A long-sleeve shirt? A cape of sorts? He didn't know. He wasn't like a fashion designer or a male model or like that interested in that kind of stuff. Besides, that was the type of questions for the great philosophers to think about while sitting on a couch. But he had always loved a good cloak. Ever since he'd received his first one from his Grunkle Teddy at the age of 7. Good old Grunkle Teddy. He loved Christmas and the holiday season almost as much as Peregrine. He recalled the last year he was able to celebrate Christmas with his Grunkle Teddy, climbing to the tippy top of a 40-foot food tree to place the giant star. It was a shame he fell, but there was consolation in knowing Grunkle Teddy died doing what he loved. As he opened the door to the store, he was greeted by the festive sounds of bells, Christmas music, and the scent of cinnamon. This was shaping up to be a beautiful day.
Meanwhile, across town, Karen was furiously digging her car out of the ditch she had just driven into. No tow truck for me, she thought angrily. I just got to get to the store to buy my gift for the Secret Santa exchange at work. Humph. She had drawn her coworker, Peregrine's name, out of the bucket. She didn't really know him. All she knew was that he was about 15. Well, he looked that young. He was probably 20-something. She also knew he was weird, always showing up to the office wearing a cloak. I swear, that guy has a new cloak every time he walks through the door, she muttered, as she got back into her car and drove back onto the road.
Just then, a proud as can be Peregrine came waltzing out of Carl's cloak cache in slow motion. The wind blew through his hair, and the back of his new cloak fluttered in the wind. He was looking hot, with 2 T's, and he knew it. Single ladies, moms, and even a mannequin swooned as he walked down the street. Suddenly, he froze. It hit him like a brick thrown by a 2-year-old into a car windshield from the 10th floor of a Taco Bell. Was math invented or discovered? And what does that have to do with Christmas? He didn't know. He wasn't a genius or a mathematician or like that interested in that kind of stuff. But it was important. So he decided to store that thought and tackle it when he was like 100 and didn't care. But before he could appropriately file the problem in his long-term memory, he was sucked back into reality by a sound of a revving engine and the honking of a horn. He was standing in the middle of the street, and the car was careening toward him, and behind the wheel was the face of a woman he recognized.
All he could do was throw his hands up and brace for impact. The horn blared as it grew ever closer. A true Christmas miracle happened at that moment. The hurtling car stopped mere inches away from Peregrine's frozen, metaphorically frozen, not actually frozen. He was wearing a cloak after all, body. Wide-eyed, he stared at the driver of the gold Cadillac. His mom opened the driver door and stepped out. Honey, what are you doing? We could have been spending Christmas in the hospital if I hadn't just gotten the brakes replaced on this car.
Annoyed that his mother had literally just ruined everything, he pulled out his angsty teenage attitude and declared, "Ugh, Mom, don't be such a Karen." And it was precisely at that moment that a woman got out of the vehicle behind his mother's and shouted, "Who you calling a Karen, you little mama's boy?" It was Karen. "I'm not a mama's boy, Karen," he retorted. "Don't talk to my little honey boo that way, you frump," shouted Peregrine's mother. What started as a perfect Christmas day was ruined. Peregrine hadn't felt this sick to his stomach since he ate 3 pounds of a copy steak in 12 minutes.
A crowd of noticeable size started to gather around the cars stopped in the middle of the intersection. A lot of strangers asking if everyone is okay, thought Peregrine. He chalked it up to Christmas spirit and suddenly remembered that he was the center of attention in this debacle. "I'm going home," Peregrine shouted and stomped off toward his condo. "Kids," Karen said to Peregrine's mom, Rebecca, and gave an exaggerated eye roll. "He can be a handful, but this time of year is hard for my little Perry. Ever since he watched his Grunkle Teddy fall from the tree all those years ago."
"Ah, well," said Karen awkwardly. "I hope he likes the poo-flavored cotton candy I got him for our gift exchange." "Oh, I'm sure he will," replied Rebecca. "It's my favorite flavor." Then, strangely, both Karen and Rebecca's smartwatches began to beep. "Oh, 7:24 p.m. Time for some philosophy on the couch," squealed Rebecca. "What episode are you on?" asked Karen. "Season 1, episode 1. I'm just listening to it for the 4th time. Jordan's voice is so smooth and dreamy. And he really knows a lot about bread." Karen knew Rebecca was right and said, "Sing it, sister. I dreamt last night that I was a loaf of bread just so I could relate to him on a deeper level." Little did they know that as they swooned over the bearded man's voice, Peregrine had finally arrived at home in a foul mood.
Slamming the door closed and whipping off his new cloak, Peregrine walked to the bedroom to hang up his recent purchase. "I can't believe I have to buy Karen a present for the office gift exchange. What is she even like? Maybe I should text Mom and see what she would want. I think they're about the same age." At that very moment, his phone started buzzing. "Mom, how fortuitous," he thought. "Hello, Mother." "Hey, Pear. You stormed off before I could make sure you were okay. I just wanted to call and make sure you were." "I'm fine, Mom. I actually need your help. You know that lady that almost ran into you a little bit ago? I actually need to buy her a gift. Do you have any suggestions? It's funny that you mentioned that, said Rebecca. We actually got into a long conversation about a podcast we both love called Philosophy on the Couch. They have merch now. I bet she would absolutely love a shirt or a hoodie or something. Maybe a koozie? You like Philosophy on the Couch? Peregrine yelped. I didn't even know anyone listened to it. Don't you just love Ryan? Isn't he a hoot? Much better than Jordan. His voice really grates on my ears after about 15 minutes.
Peregrine paused. What a shameful self-promotion by my author, he thought, not fully understanding where that thought came from or what it meant. He didn't know. It wasn't like he was a great theologian or physicist who thought about the origin of life or like that he even cared about those kind of topics. But what he did know was that he hated green bean casserole, and it was the only food left in his freezer. If only he could have a true Christmas wish become reality. Maybe this day could turn around and live up to his holiday dreams. Suddenly, the room filled with a flash of light and a puff of smoke. When the air cleared, standing in his room, dressed in red tights and an elf suit, was none other than Leonardo DiCaprio. "Hello, boy," he said in a strange accent. "You're probably wondering why I'm here, and how I have the time to be a magical elf such as I am, instead of winning Oscars. First of all, I only win an Oscar every 20 years or so. I have plenty of time. Second, I'm here to teach you something you seem to have forgotten about Christmas."
What is going on? I'm so confused. Peregrine's mouth felt like it was filling up with sand. Green bean casserole? Merch? Leo? His head was spinning like a tilt-a-whirl. Leo, you broke my wall like the Kool-Aid man. Why'd you break the fourth wall? Wait, fourth wall? Since when did he number the walls of his bedroom? Eyes flying open, gasping for air, Peregrine sat up. He realized he was sitting in a hospital bed, monitors quietly beeping, the dulled sounds of nurses and doctors walking in the hallways. Looking around, he realized it must have been the middle of the night. A sleeping form was laid on the bench under his window. "Hey," he said to the stranger, "what's going on?" The stranger sat up, clearly surprised, and flicked on the lamp. "Karen?" Peregrine gasped.
He couldn't believe his eyes. Why was he here in a hospital? And why was Karen here? Where was Leo? He didn't know. It wasn't like he was the author of this book, or even knew why he would like to write a book in the first place. Besides, even the author of this book didn't know what in the world was happening by this point in time. What is wrong with me? Thought Peregrine. He felt like he was going crazy. In fact, he was fairly certain he was. True to his angsty teenage attitude, he told Karen to go away and leave him alone. He wanted to ask her how he ended up in the hospital, but at the end of the day, it didn't matter. He didn't care why he was here. Christmas was ruined. "Peregrine," said a voice. He sat up in his bed, startled. He looked around the room. Nobody was there. "Peregrine," said the voice again. This time he responded, What do you want? Who are you?" "I am the author of this book, Peregrine. Everything that has happened to you is real. Peregrine, I am Leo. I am Karen. I am your mother, Rebecca. I am you."
"Show yourself," Peregrine shouted. Leo stepped from the shadows. "Do you know why today has been orchestrated the way it was?" Leo asked. "I have no idea what you're even talking about, or why you, a famous person, would be in my room." "It's official. I've gone insane," Peregrine said, shaking his head. "Well then, I guess we'll have to do this again next year, until you figure out why." Leo slipped back into the shadows without another word. Peregrine put his head in his hands and started to cry. Why would Leo do this? What did he mean by, "I am Karen. I am your mother, Rebecca. I am you"? Why was he in the hospital? I guess I've got 365 days to figure this out. cliffhanger.
Guess you
Wow.
gotta come back in 365 days to hear the rest.
Yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed it. Really, a story that is big in Christmas spirit and
A story for the ages.
yes. But it was fun to write, and honestly, it was pretty tough to do. So thank you, Christina, again
Yes.
for helping us out with that. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope all of you listening enjoyed it. And the story's not done.
Not finished.
No.
More to come.
Yes. All right.
I think that's all we've got.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Well, all of you listening, have a wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas. Whatever else you may or may not celebrate between now and the new year, I hope you have a great time.
Yep.
I hope that you get to be with who you want to be with. And we all kind of have, hopefully, a somewhat normal experience in a crazy world.
Yeah.
Crazy year.
Yep.
And we'll see you in 2021.
Bye.